Hi everybody, it's Mark Shellshear. This is the Mark Arts Show coming to you from Galleria de las Islas in Metro Manila, Philippines. Hey, I've been talking a lot about getting attention, and I've had a question about getting attention, and I'm going to read a little bit of the question to you, and then I'm going to answer it and talk about some strategies and talk about some issues, problems that a lot of artists face and how we can overcome those. So here's the question first. Just a question about how to get the attention of the audience, obviously of people, when someone else in the same market always seems to take the spotlight away. I have the same issues when I post in other social media forums on the subjects I do. What am I not doing right? Well, I'm sure a lot of you who've listened to me for a while can answer those questions, but let's look at some things we can talk about. First of all, getting attention is one of the most important things we can do. Without attention, we're not going to get any clients, we're not going to get any collectors, and we're not going to make any money. So obviously getting attention is a bit like oxygen. We need it desperately. So we've got to get attention. So some things we have to do to get attention is have some strategies in the way we work about it. Not all social media platforms will give you the same results. For me, I find that Facebook is the best platform I am on. I try and be on other platforms, but I never get the traction on the other platforms, which really amazes me when really I'm putting the same product on both platforms. It's just that you seem to get a niche, you seem to work into one platform. So that's an experimental thing. That's something you've got to shop around and look at. And look, I'm still always looking at other platforms to put things on because I believe I don't want to have everything in one basket. But you and I need to be experimental and see where else we can place our art that it will sell and get people to follow, get people to see it, and get attraction for us, okay? Attention for us, sorry. Okay, couple of things. Rejection is part of this business. It's not a nice part of this business, it's a hard part of this business. It's something we all are going to face and we're all going to have to deal with. As I've said, one of the best strategies to have for that is if you get rejected, is to say to yourself, I didn't paint this for them. Now I know that sounds easy, but it really is a way to deal with it. You know, when someone rejects your work or criticizes your work, your answer to yourself, when the thief is going crazy and telling you, see, I told you, you've got to be able to say back to yourself, I didn't paint it for them. The person who loves it will come and buy it. You've got to say that back to yourself. The other thing you can't be as an artist is to act very needy. If you act very needy, you're going to put yourself in a position where you will get eaten. Okay? I've seen it happen so often with artists here in this gallery. I've seen an artist have a painting worth 10,000 pesos and they'll have a client standing there ready to, they're liking it, they're saying they're liking it, all the right words, and then the artist will make a statement like, you know, I really desperately need to sell this. I really need the sale desperately. You know, or I really need the money. I'm in strife right now. And the moment you do that, the moment you show this neediness, the collector will turn into a crocodile and eat you. They were thinking of paying 10,000 pesos for it. Now you were saying how desperate you are, how needy you are. They're thinking it's maybe they can only pay 3,000 or 4,000 pesos for it. And when they offer it to you, the 4,000 pesos, no matter how crushed you are inside, because you've already verbally said how needy you are, you take the money. You lose. You get eaten. So you must be careful here, friends. Rejection is difficult, yes. So I didn't paint it for them. Being needy and wanting money is a real issue for many artists. But the fact of the matter is you must always be leaving. Okay? Always be leaving. I know what they used to say in the old days was always be closing. I don't agree with that. Always be leaving. The moment the collector undervalues your work, you're leaving. Okay? Out of there. This is my painting. I own it. I don't need to sell it. No matter how desperate I am for the money, I don't need to sell it. There's always tomorrow. There's always another collector. Always be leaving. If you are leaving and you say to the collector, nah, that's not going to work for me, I'm sorry, I want 10,000 pesos for it. That's what it's worth. That's a legitimate price. I'm not ripping you off. Let's just forget it and leave it at that. And if the collector really loves it, the moment you're leaving, they're going to chase you. Okay? And if they aren't committed to it either, they'll just walk away and there's no harm done. And you haven't sold your painting for 4,000 pesos and go home and be remorseful and be hurt and be attacking yourself and criticizing yourself and saying these things. Okay? So let's go on. I want to give you some strategies about getting attention. The first thing about getting attention, do not compare yourself with others and what they are doing. Everybody's different. We all work differently. So if you see somebody who's on the same platform as you and they're showing similar work as you, don't look at it. Don't compare yourself. Don't go and read what people are saying. Just ignore it. It doesn't exist. Okay? You can't do that to yourself. Because, you know, the thief will agree with you when you say, oh, look, they're so good and I'm so bad. The thief will say, yeah, that's correct. And you say, wow, look how much attention they get and I don't get any attention. The thief will say, yeah, that's correct. You don't get attention. Always it will agree because it wants safety. It does not want you to get attention, because if you get attention, you're going to be out in front of the crowd. And that's not what the thief wants. And your own critical voice will continue to pull you down. So the first thing about getting attention, do not compare yourself with anyone else. Okay, next thing, go where you get the best response to your paintings. Now, you might be on many different sites, on the internet, on Facebook and so forth. On some of those sites, you get lots of people liking, commenting, sharing. Then major on that site, major with those people. Keep communicating with those people, build relationship with those people. And then on the sites that you don't get much on, you can still post there, but don't expect to get any more out of it. That's just the way it is. I like to consider this. Likes are wonderful, comments are fantastic, shares are doubly fantastic. You've got to see it that way. Likes are nice, likes are good, but it's the things you want is comments and shares. And if you get comments and shares, you make sure you show gratitude, because those people have gone out of their way to comment on your post, to share your painting. You need to give back here. It's all part of it. If you do that, you will find you will build relationships with people, and that's what it's all about. And it takes time. You know, the thing we get so concerned about is that it takes time. And if someone's been in the business a lot longer than us and they're able to build relationships with people, and then we come along and wonder why we can't do it, well, they've been there a lot longer. You're not going to be able to do it like they did. You've got to build your own personality, your own thing. Okay, another one. Here we go. Last one. Experiment on different pages. Now, what I mean by this, say you do cat portraits, and there's a lot of people who do cat portraits, dog portraits. Now, where you need to post those is not only on artist pages, but you need to go and find cat lovers pages. Okay? Now, don't just post. Go to the administration, tell them that you you do cat portraits, and would you be able to post your cat portraits with a picture of the cat on their site? You won't be hard selling. You'll write things like lovely ways to remember, you know, things like that to get people's attention without actually selling to them. And then put a picture of a cat and the picture of your painting of the cat. Nobody can complain about that. This is a cat site. So these are the things you've got to think about. It's same with motor cars and all this kind of stuff. If you do paintings of cars and you do maybe old-fashioned cars, hot rods, that kind of stuff, then you find those pages that there's lots of them out there, and you speak to the administrators, you tell them what you want to do, and then share the original photograph and your painting. Now you can do that with everything, with cats, with dogs, with flowers, even with food. I mean, some people paint food. So go and get on the foodie sites and make sure you have the original and the painting. This is the great idea. This works because you're getting to where people are who love that thing. Not everybody who goes on a Facebook artist page loves cats, but everybody who posts in a Facebook cat page loves cats. Do you see what I'm saying, friends? These are strategies that you can use to get attention. Warnings, do not hard sell. Do not pressure anybody. Just put your stuff up there and put lovely little captions, a little story, a little caption with it so that people can respond. And if they respond to you and say, hey, I really would like one of those paintings of that cake you did, it was fabulous. You know, I'd like to get you to do my birthday cake. I'll send you the photograph. Bang, commission. That's the way you've got to think about it. Strategies. What can I do to develop more business for myself in the niche, the art niche that I am in? Photography sites. There's lots of photography sites. Take a photograph of the landscape, paint the landscape, put them up on the site. You see what I'm getting at, friends? These are the things you've got to do to create attention for yourself. And I believe if you do it, if you put the work in, if you put the time in, you will get results. Okay, I hope that helps a little bit. I hope that answers the question. Hey guys, remember to reach out and touch people. People are hurting. Smiles and hugs are free. I look forward to coming and meeting you in your studio in the days ahead. And look, have a fabulous day. The rain has stopped here. It's still very grey skies. I can see out the window up there. And but you know, that's the wet season that we're in. You guys have a fabulous day. I'm going to talk to you tomorrow. Ciao.